What's going on, y'all? It's the boy Art. Welcome back to another great episode of the New Era Show on Power 105.1. Of course, like I said, I am the boy Art, and we have a great individual here today, Rich Amiri. What up, man?
What up, my boy? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Something that I like to ask everybody that comes on the show: if you could think of something that you've done, a moment that has stuck with you, over the last 24 hours or the last week, what would that thing be and why?
The last week, I had a pretty uneventful week. I probably had to think about that. That stuck with me. This is less of a moment, but I don't know. I feel like I've been finding new songs that I really fuck with, and been just expanding my playlist catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From different genres?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
May I ask what those songs are?
I'm not gonna lie, that new Tame Impala album, that shit's slapping, bruh. Listen to Obsolete, Dracula. I've been having them two bitches on repeat.
Okay.
Repeat.
All right, I'm gonna get on that when I'm on my way home on the subway. But you just said something a few seconds ago that I'm curious on. You said you didn't have a pretty eventful week. What do you mean by that? I would assume, or a lot of people will assume, because you are a rapper or musician, that you're just crazy living life.
I mean, like, you can do that, like, but that's how niggas get burnt, bro. You feel me? That's all it takes is, like, you getting lazy and you outside and you focus on the wrong shit. Now you got the wrong people around you, wrong people in your ear. You're doing the wrong thing, What I'm saying, like, I like to have fun, don't get me wrong, but, like, when it's time. Right now, I'm focused on different shit.
You said that in the previous interview before about just, the mindset of having the right people around you. You said that's something that, you've learned over time being in this business. Did you learn that the hard way, or was it just like something that just came to you as you were going through this journey?
I wouldn't say the hard way, because, like, the hard way is like you get burnt and you're like, damn, I need to change. I need to change something. I can't keep going in that way. I feel like it was more of like I just naturally changed. I just naturally grew past certain people, and then I look back and I was like, damn, what was I doing? You know what I'm saying?
What were those people? I guess what were those people doing that didn't align with where you were mentally?
They were doing nothing.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Damn. All right. Well, Grit and Grace was out, October 10th.
Yeah.
It's been about a month since it's been out, man. When you finally get to release something like that, a body of work like that to the public, I always wonder for artists, one, like, how much does that how does that feel? If you could walk me through that feeling, like, how does that feel to put something like that out? And then two, do you care about the response that you get from people? Does that matter to you, or are you just happy with just putting your work out?
The response that I get from people don't really matter to me too much, just off of the fact that, like, I feel like everything I do, bro, I just have these crazy ass, like, high ass expectations. Like, I'm going 100K first week with this bitch, bro. But like I really, like, believe that. So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I almost, like, sell myself short in a way, but, like, that at the same time, like, it stops you from being disappointed, But it feels good, man. Like, I've been singing on some of them songs, bro, like, for shit, maybe like 2 years now. So it really feels good to really, finally have that come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you say you don't care too much about the responses, but I've heard a lot of listeners crown this as some of your best work.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about that particular feedback?
I appreciate it. And now it's just about making sure my next work is the best after that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I try to, like, not view criticism too much. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you can't only take in the good, you also have to take in the bad if you view criticism. So it's like, I try to just, create from my own space rather than from, you know, whatever space this little genre of music I'm in right now is, or whatever. Like I might think the fans want, or some shit like that. You feel me?
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. Someone I look up to once said, "You're never as good as they say you are, and you're never as bad as they say you are." Because people sometimes, there's always those people on the fence. People sometimes, I rather appeal to those people on the fence, because the people who think you're good, soon as something go wrong, they turn against you. The people who think you're bad, they either are too stubborn or they're just hating, because sometimes people just hate because it's a trend to hate. They don't even know why they're hating on you. It's just a trend.
I think I don't know. I don't really like look to appeal to people just cause like, damn, I lost my train of thought. I had a good ass quote right there. I don't really try to appeal to people cause what the fuck was I just about to say? I lost my train of thought, but I see what you're saying. I don't know. I'm just against making music for, like, of course it's for the fans, but like, you know, it has to come from you. It can't be like what they want you to do. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, it can never be about that. But I want to ask you some more question about the album, because one.
I figured out what I was gonna say. My fault. Going back to like trying to appeal people on the fence. I'm not really trying to appeal to people as much as like I'm trying to make you have a reaction. Like, I don't want you to be on the fence at all. You feel me? Like, either you think this is the best thing in the world or you think this is the worst thing of the world. Like, I don't want nobody just in the middle. Like, I want you to have to react. I feel like that's what all good art does. It forces you to have a reaction, whether that be positive or negative, you know? So I never want to like just release something where it's like, okay, everybody's sitting in the fence like, it's all right, but you know, I want to add it to my playlist. I'd rather you really hate it or you love it. But either way, you talking about it and you think about it and it makes you like have an emotional reaction. You feel me?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a good perspective. What I meant by what I said was, I think the people on the fence are the people you have to target. In my opinion, the people you have to target, because those are the people in mind that could be changed. I think those people who either like it or don't like it, they're very definitive. So it's like, being that that's their position, the ones on their fence who don't know if they like it or not, you can change their mind. The
ones on the fence are always gonna go with like whatever's popular though. So let's say you release something and the voice of hate is louder than the voice of love, they're automatically gonna go, you know what I mean? So is it really worth, you know, marketing your stuff to them?
I wouldn't say market to them, but I in my head, it just seems less troublesome to market to people who don't know how they feel about you versus marketing to somebody who already hate you or already love you. I guess, market to the people who love you, but I'm saying the people who...
I'm saying market to yourself.
To yourself.
I feel like it's a lose no matter who you market to.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, I see that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll say, you know, you gotta trust your vision.
Now, to the project, I want to ask you about some lyrics. Not really lyrics, but just about some songs on there, because I was left confused one time. And the song in particular is the See Us Now record. The ending of that, to me, it just felt like it wasn't the traditional ending of a song that I'm used to. Yeah. And I was curious why. Like, was that intentional?
So you can ask that question.
Okay.
That's the point. You know what's funny? Like that song, like the second switch up of his song, those are like two separate songs that I put together. That second song is a full song. But like I cut it just for people to be like this, be like, what the fuck? Where's the rest of the song? You feel me? I've never heard no one just fade the song out. Ain't this nigga still rapping? I can hear him.
Literally.
You feel me? That's the point. That's the point. You feel me?
So will you eventually put out something that's complete, or is that just you just leaving it out there just to keep fucking with people?
Yeah, I'm trying to fuck with people. I did that last album too. I'm Gone. that song called "I'm Gone." You know what's crazy? I forget what song it is, but growing up, bro, like growing up before I even started rapping, I heard a song. I heard a song that did that to me. Like, this is when I was like a young nigga though. I heard a song that like did that, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? This nigga's still rapping, and it stuck with me like all throughout these years until I got the chance to do it to people.
Yeah, no, it's definitely gonna fuck with me because it didn't bother me, but it just made me feel like I felt because yeah, at a point I felt like I was skipping the song. I was like, what? Right. So I like went back and I was like, did I just like skip some of the like? And then I went back and I'm like, no, he purposely ended it like this. Why? You know, but I mean, I like those type of creative freedom because to your point, you know, it does create that conversation with you and the listeners. Yeah. You want people to be like, yo, why did you? What happened to what was going on in your mind when you did something like this? Jumping off of the album real quick. Another thing that I'm curious about is just, and I know this is part of the mystique of a lot of the rappers these days, but why do you not follow anyone on Instagram?
I just don't got nobody to follow. It's not even like much about mystique. It's just like a combination of not really wanting to see certain shit, a combination of just like I'm at a point where if it's like if I follow the people like I want to follow, I feel like it's gonna look like I'm dick riding if I just follow like these specific 2 people, and let's say those 2 people follow like hundreds of people. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know exactly why. It's a combination of internal reasons, but you know, it's not entirely about mystique. Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
Does it? I heard a girl said once her reason why she doesn't follow a lot of people. Actually, she doesn't follow nobody on Instagram. Is more of a creative reason because she don't want to feel like she's taken from other people. She want ideas to come to her organically and not.
That's not how ideas are formed. I don't know who this girl is, like, not to shit on you or nothing, but I don't feel like there's no such thing as an organic idea. Like, ideas are either like they're taken from a previous idea or like a group of people combine to make something. I don't feel like ideas don't just pop up in your head. Like, you're pulling from somewhere.
Yeah.
You feel me? I don't know. I feel like there's, especially in this generation, there's this like, actually, I was gonna say that there's this need to have organic ideas, but there's not. There's not. But
there's nothing new under the sun.
Nah. I was gonna say that there's like people are trying too hard to like push organic ideas and just like be completely original, but now that I think about it, people not trying to do that for real. Like, maybe a select few people, but there's a lot of like, you know, there's a cycle going on for sure.
I mean, I think to that point, like I said, you know, I think it was J. Cole or somebody when they said there's nothing new under the sun. I genuinely agree with that. I feel like a lot of there's
no such thing as new.
Exactly.
It's like undiscovered, but I don't believe in new.
Yeah. Because everything that we think is new now has existed long before.
In
like
different form.
Yeah, like even the idea. There's this billionaire. Man, I can't remember his name, but maybe it'll come to me at the end of this interview. But he created this platform that resembles X, formerly known as Twitter, and
you talking about Blue Sky?
Blue Sky.
That app weak as shit.
But just think about that though, right? Like, a lot of people will sit down and be like, damn, I can't think of the creator, the billionaire who created it. But a lot of people will be like, oh, I need to create something original that doesn't even at all look like X or Twitter.
Yeah.
But a billionaire who, there's a reason why he would go, nah, there's already a system that works. Why not just take that system and remix it into...
Yeah, but Blue Sky suck.
Well, so I mean, I'm not co-signing that.
That was a bad idea. I hopped on that bit for like I don't even think I hopped on that bit, bro. I think I hopped on that bit. Somebody already took my name. Like the app had just came out. Somebody took my name. I never got on
You
that
know?
bit. But like, I know it's ass because if it was good, I would see funny screenshots on Twitter from Blue Sky, and they would be like, "Yo, y'all gotta come over here. These niggas cracking it up." I don't see none of that. That shit weak. That shit 7 days.
I mean, I've never been on this, so I guess that says a lot too. But
That shit 7 days.
But real quick though, let me ask you this. You know, I know you get a lot of messages from people saying, you know, your music inspired them or your music helped get them out of a whatever funk they were going through, and so it made me curious. When did you first start realizing that your music was becoming, you know, almost like a healing tool for people?
When they told me about it, I mean, you know, I always had that in the back of my head because I listen to music and I've seen what music did for me emotionally. So I always knew like one day I would do that for somebody else. But I guess you never really feel it until like people really like, or you're either saying it in your face or like they're texting you and like, damn, bro, I was going through a dark time and you know this song was the only thing that got me through that. So yeah, definitely people telling me.
And they say with great powers come great responsibilities. When you start receiving those messages, did it change how you approach creating the music and how you are intentional with what you say, or do you still just remain to who you are?
Maybe subconsciously, because it made me appreciate what I was doing more. Because you know, you see what your music is actually like doing for people, but I don't think I really like took that into account and like was like, oh, I gotta make some, you know, some real motivational shit, you know, not like that, but it definitely made me like fall even more in love with what I'm already doing.
Yeah. Did you do anything different with Grit and Grace? Like, cause I feel like with that compliment of people saying this is your best body of work, and I start thinking about like, well, what ingredients did you use that makes this one different from what you have done previously?
It's just like every project, in between projects, I'm trying to learn. Like, I'm trying to learn more about music and learn, like, you know, what I want my next shit to sound like. And I'm looking for references and I'm looking for, so like, exactly what I did different. I don't think my process changed too much. This is the first album, though, where I took old songs, reworked old songs, took old, you know, demo tracks, reworked old demo tracks and shit like that. But I wouldn't say as much as my process changed. Like my I think I've had a pretty consistent process, you know, in terms of production and recording and shit like that. But I think definitely the producers I was working with, you know, as you progress, you get better beat selection. As you progress, you know how to write a song better. As you progress, you know, you do all that stuff. So I wouldn't say it was as much of my process changing as much as I would say it was just me like naturally developing as an artist. Yeah.
The instruments, the beats sound very well on this project for sure.
Thank you.
Another thing on you had an interview with Lyrical Lemonade, and you mentioned something that really kind of drew my curiosity. You were like, but when I sat down and, you know, just thought on it, I'm like, oh, but it is true though. You talked about how, you know, you never had a regular job, you know, because obviously, you know, you were a quote unquote teenage star, right? So you can't, when you're famous, you can't really do what the regular everyday child experience is. But what drew my curiosity was, what are other parts of, I guess, quote unquote normal teenage experience, you know, you feel like you might have missed out on because of your career?
Well, I broke out of college. Like, I didn't break out of high school, so it's a little different. I broke out at like 18. Shit, I never have a college degree. I don't know how much that is like teenage experience, but I feel like it's not even that I missed out. I feel like a lot of my experiences got boosted because it was like, bro, like I got signed, bro, while I was in college, and I was going from LA. Like I was going from my high school dorm. I'm not in my high school, my college dorm to LA back. You feel me? So I feel like it boosted that experience. So niggas is like fucking with you more.
Yeah.
You mean, so anything that I missed out on, I don't think it was some that I wanted, like, I think, I don't know, I think I lacked some discipline. So I feel like, maybe having a job would have helped with certain shit like that. But nah, I don't feel like anything that I missed out on is some I would want to experience.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, yeah.
That's so interesting to hear that. Being in college and having to go to LA and then back to college.
Bro, that ass. That's how it was, bro. Come back. I was fucking with me.
I was just about to say your pussy rate might have went up.
Come on, dude. You don't
God damn. Because I already know, like, I went to college and I know. I don't even. It's not even amounts to what you had to experience, but I know I played. I ran track, not played. I ran track, so being at that school and running track, you were almost like a cool person on campus. Exactly. So I can only imagine
what it's like.
Being you,
like real clout, like because them athletes, they got clout within the school, but when people can see that you have that like real clout, oh my god, bro, that shit crazy. Like I don't know the difference in treatment. It should be insane, bro. But especially the bitches, that's what made it.
Yeah, was it overwhelming at times? Like
overwhelming. That's interesting that you bring that up, but overwhelming isn't the word that I would use.
Okay.
It's, what's the word I would use? It's almost like imagine how you would feel like if you was put in a completely different position. Like you almost feel out of place, like disoriented. It was kind of disorienting, and you gotta like find who you are again. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Oh wow!
Because you have this newfound fame or clout or whatever. So I wouldn't say overwhelming, but it's just like you go from like all my life I've kind of like I was almost like a class clown, I would say, and then you go from that into like being like a superstar. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say overwhelming, but it takes time to adjust and then realize who you are again.
Yeah. And how, that's an interesting point. How long did that take though? Like for you to like readjust back to who you are? Cause you're right, that is a fast jump.
Yeah, that is a really fast jump, but it's
and there's no blueprint. Sorry to interrupt you, but there's like no blueprint. Like people online give y'all folks who are in the line, who are famous in the limelight so much flack, but there's like no instruction on how to be famous. Exactly. So imagine you're just a regular ass kid and now you have the world at your fingertips. Yeah. What the fuck are you supposed to do?
Exactly. And you got to figure it out. And I still feel like to this day I'm figuring it out. Yeah. But like everybody loves to say like, oh, well, you're rich, bro, so it don't matter, bro. What you mean you gotta adjust? What you mean you gotta like? But I don't know. They'll never be in that position to like really understand how that feels, because it's like, I don't know, like for a specific example, like when I broke out, I didn't really know nobody in LA except for like the producers I was working with. So when I would go to LA, it would be hotel, studio, maybe get some food, studio. You feel me? But I'm used to being in the college dorm, right? And I'm with my partners all day, and we lit as fuck. We doing anything. You feel me? So like that's an adjustment right there. You got to learn how to be alone for the better. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, just certain shit like that.
I can imagine the lifestyle too.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Like who to keep around you, because there's so much components that comes with the life that you live, and it always bothers me a lot, man, when I see people just talking like to the point where you just made about people say, oh, but you're rich. It's like, do you know what it's like to have money and not knowing who's around you
Yeah.
because they're around you because they
Yeah.
want to be around you, or
Yeah.
because you have money and you can supply for everyone that's around you.
People don't understand that. Like, I don't know. Like, money, I'm not a firm believer in money doesn't buy happiness, but to a certain extent, man. Like, money doesn't buy happiness. It just changes your problems. It gives you different problems. And maybe those problems are easier to deal with. It's a lot easier to like deal with having to be alone in your hotel room for 6 hours a day than it is to not have nowhere to stay. You see what I'm saying? Or have to like work your life away to make ends meet. You see what I'm saying? So it gives you different problems, definitely like better problems to have, but I feel like it's just like your problems, they still feel the same though. You see what I'm saying? Like you could go up and let's say like making your rent, making rent is like this much of a problem for you. Once that problem's gone, like a new one takes its place. Even if it's not like as important as the average person would say like making your rent is. You see what I'm saying? So that's the weird thing definitely about, you know.
No, I think I understand exactly what you're saying. Another thing that just came to mind that I want to ask you too is like, how do you also deal with the fact that not only from that example, but the fact that whatever you now do becomes a story for the blog. Like I had a rapper who told me like it was hard dealing with that because once you blow up, it's like like I said, there's no instruction on how you can literally post the simplest thing on your Instagram, and now everybody takes that down and it becomes a trend or a blog. It's like,
how do I deal with that? It's just like, you know, the first time it feels like when you're in school, bro, and niggas is posting about you do something dumb and now you're on the whole school Snapchat story. That's how it feels the first time. The second time, you know, it feels like, I don't know, you get dissed on somebody's private story. I'm trying to equate it to like something that, you know, my average viewer is gonna realize. But eventually, like, you just get numb to it. That's the way you deal with it. It's not really like, okay, I gotta lock in and I gotta like look at what's around me and I gotta realize that, you know, shit is bigger than just like what niggas saying on the internet. It's just like really like you get numb to shit like that. You see what I mean?
The reason why I brought that up is because I was having before this interview I was having a conversation with my homegirl Jules Turpak, and she pointed out like how much criticism you face, you know, within the underground scene, and but she made a great point of how, you know, you even with facing that much criticism, you still manage to build and sustain your own lane. And I was curious, like, how when people misinterpret your music, your personality, how do you? I guess you've kind of answered it few minutes ago, but how do you keep pushing and not let that negative energy affect you?
No hate to all like the artists that I'm in this class with, but it's to a point where it's like your boos mean nothing to me because I've seen what makes you cheer. You feel what I'm saying? Like I've heard what y'all dick ride, and I've heard what makes y'all like, oh wow, this is the greatest thing ever. So the boos don't really mean that much to me. You see what I'm saying? I feel like that's really how I maintain focus. I know I'm always gonna have an audience because I make good music. So there's no doubt in my mind of, okay, I gotta get this section of the internet to fuck with me. I already got this section, I gotta get this section. Like that's not what I'm thinking of. You feel me? I know what I gotta do. I know what I can put out. Like I'm not really worried about criticism. I'm not worried about criticism at all, but I'm especially not worried about criticism in this little pocket of music. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like, no hate to all the fans, no hate to all the artists, but it's just like, bro, you know, like, I've seen what makes you cheer.
Yeah.
Your boos mean nothing to me.
And it's also strange the reasoning behind the criticism. Like I was on Reddit down a rabbit hole with your name,
Yeah.
and I literally, no bullshit, I literally saw a post that said, this person said, I don't even know why we hate Rich Amiri. And I'm like, yo, this shit is mind blowing. And this is why I hate the internet, because people don't think for themselves. They let other people think for them. And somebody was like, somebody commented and they were like, I know, I just saw a lot of people hating, so I just started hating too. But I respect the honesty, but it's like
There's this virus that's like, and it's not me. Like, I'm not gonna like limit it to me because I see it's happening to anybody once they like get to a specific point. But like, there's this virus. It's this like, I don't want to attach this specific fan base to any artist because it's like they jump from person to person. Like, this person could drop, right? So it's like, oh my bad. This person could drop, so it's like fuck everybody else. This nigga, like, we got this nigga. Hey, bro, we're good off your shit. We're good off your shit. We got this nigga. We got this new nigga. Few months go by, the same nigga they was just dick riding last week or a few months ago. It's like, no, we got this new nigga. All right, you're good now. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like this specific section of music, like the underground scene, it wasn't always like that. I don't know where this came from, but I've really been noticing like there's just this virus, like there's this infection, and there's these like, I don't know who, I can't name them out specifically, but we need to just cut that out so like all artists within this scene can thrive. But I don't know. That's my thoughts on that.
No, I mean, that's good though, because I was gonna ask you, how does, I guess I like the word you just used, virus. Like, how does that virus affect the artist's, I guess, ability to grow? Because I've heard people say that it's not. You can't. It's the people, the fans who are stopping these artists from growing.
The fans stopping. Hey, real shit. It's just like, what was the question exactly? Like, how do you
navigate or deal with the negativity, or I guess keep pushing through all the negativity that you receive is basically the question.
I keep pushing regardless, because it's like, at the end of the day, like, I've seen what makes you cheer. Like, your boos mean nothing to me, but like, I do see a lot of people like they get stuck because of this like specific virus, because like they can't see past the hate. You see what I'm saying? Like, all these fans is telling them, yo, this new shit, we not fucking with this. You gotta go back to this. This new body of work could be this artist's most successful project, commercially, but the fans is just stuck in this, like, I don't know, nostalgia, this place of nostalgia. And then like an artist will really go back and try to like remake those moments. But it's like, I don't know, bro. You have to give the fans what they want, but the fans don't know what they want. It's up to the artist to figure out what the fans want. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, I like that quote right there.
Yeah.
My homegirl Jules also mentioned during our conversation that she really loves your collaboration with Osama-san because she feels like they're so unique.
Yeah.
And I remember in your Lyrical Lemonade interview, you talked about how he's one of your favorite collaborators, so just people to collaborate in person with. One, can you expound on that more in depth? Like, what makes him somebody that is one of your favorite collaborators? And have y'all worked on anything? Is there in the future, is there stuff that we can expect from y'all? Because on this project, y'all both just put out 2 projects and no features from y'all. So,
nah, not recently. We haven't been working on too much, but it was more just like, he's one of like maybe like the 5 people I've ever collaborated with, like rapper wise. and I just felt like those sessions went well.
Mhm.
But it's not like I've done too much to the point where it's like, a rank out of like 15.
Mhm.
But it's just like, I really enjoyed those sessions. I was mad happy, with the results of the songs that we made, and then we made some hits. For sure.
Now, I want to go down a rabbit hole real quick
Sure.
and go down these virus. Talk about some things that these virus online are talking about. One of that being the Nick Fuentes sample that you did on Grit and Grace.
Yeah.
I believe it was Lights Out, the record at the ending.
Yeah.
His sampling at the ending.
Yeah.
What made you decide to include that soundbite?
Bruh, I seen the fucking I did this and I was on tour. I forget where I was. I was just scrolling through Instagram, right? And then I was like, damn, I gotta get off Instagram and, do something productive. But the last thing I seen was that clip, and he's like, none of you niggas have motion. And I was working at the project at the time. I originally put that at the ending of this song called One Day, right? And then I had scrapped that song from the album, so I took it and then put it on Lights Out. It's crazy because like I really like figured out who he was. Like I would see his little funny like clips on my Instagram reels, but I really like figured out who he was once everything happened, and then I really did my research.
But even so, though, it's so interesting to me that people hate to realize that
It's
you can
art.
look at somebody and not like one thing, but like
it's
another
art,
thing,
bruh.
another thing.
But
I never understood that. It's like your mom. When your mom make you mad at her. You still love your mom.
Yeah, but like, bro, at the end of the day, bro, it is art, bro. Like, all these, like, bro, niggas make slave movies, niggas make all this shit where, like, the fucking, like, the slave master is, like, friendly to the slaves and shit like that. Like, bro, it's art, bro. Like, it's just my expression of art, no matter, like, what type, like, you feel me? No matter what the stipulations are. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's art, bro. Like, what the fuck?
This generation is just too emotional.
Yeah, I do feel like that, but they get extra sour about the music, bro. It's like when you watch a movie and some weird shit happens in the movie, you're not like, bro, what the fuck is this director thinking? You're just like, oh, damn, what the fuck? It's the same thing with art, bro.
I wonder if that's
the same thing with music.
I wonder if that's because they have such a strong connection with the artist through social media that they feel like the artist kind of owed them some loyalty or owe them something. Like, I wonder if social media has anything to do with it.
I definitely feel like people feel more connected to an artist than they do to
like a movie star,
actor that's playing a role. I get that, but at the end of the day, bro, it's like I'm still somewhat in character.
Correct.
You feel me? Everything I do, when I come out an interview, I'm still somewhat like in a character.
Yes.
When I go and perform at a show, like I'm still somewhat in character. So it's like, how are we gonna divide art? Art is art, no matter what form it comes in. You see what I'm saying?
Another thing that that I saw was pretty interesting. This one kind of falls back to our conversation earlier about how there's nothing new under the sun, but I guess you can provide your perspective to it. But the internet investigators were saying that your paranoid lyric where you was like, I don't want my ex, I don't want no bitch I had. Yeah. They were comparing that to Youngboy.
Yeah. Duh. Like, oh, you got me. No. Like, what the fuck? Duh, nigga. What the fuck is
Yeah, you know, I keep saying, man, I said we are really in the retarded era.
Bro, y'all had to investigate that, bro. Like, really?
These niggas are retarded, man. I know we can't use that word no more, but god damn, these niggas are
we
retarded.
gotta bring it back for these niggas.
It's certain things we still gotta call niggas these days.
I'm sorry, bro.
Y'all niggas is retarded.
Come on, bro.
Yo, it was a whole thread about how you were stealing it, and I was like
a whole
stealing.
Like, bro, what the fuck? You know what's funny, bro? I always felt like people like overdid, like anything I would do, I always felt like this specific area of the internet, people always look to compare that to something else.
Yeah.
Right? But then you have certain artists that break out. Like, I don't want nobody to think I'm dissing them, bro, but this is just specifically me talking for me. I feel like everything I've done, like for the past 3 years, has been so meticulously compared for similarities.
1000%.
But there's certain artists where they break out and their whole shtick is like nostalgia based off other artists, or their whole shtick is like
designer.
like
I'll say it if you don't want to say it.
Like their whole shtick is like just homage. That's the new word.
Yeah.
And just like just almost blatant copying.
Yeah, but they throw homage to make it look fancy.
Yeah, but like, and then the fans, it's just like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's whatever to the fans. But like, and then I feel like everything I've done has just been like almost graded like a fucking test, bro. And it's just such a slap in the face to see shit like that. It
really is, because you're so dope. Like, you don't sound, unless I'm just not good at listening to music, but I would think I'm good at listening to music. I work at a fucking radio station, but you don't sound like anybody that they try to compare you to. And I'm like, yo, and you're so good at storytelling in your music videos. I'm like, yo, why are people, they treat you like Jesus? They criticize, like they fucking, what they did to Jesus, they crucify every single thing about you, man. I'm like, this shit is fucking crazy, yo.
I don't personally get it. I don't really care to get it though, because, you know, I'm me. At the end of the day, it's like, I'm me. Like, I'm talented. Like, I'm him. So I'm still gonna find a way.
You know, the music business to me is like much about strategy, you know, and just from our conversation, you know, I could tell that you are a strategic person. What are you thinking about, I guess, for your next move after this album? When you sit down, you plot your next move, because I feel like you're the type of person who does that. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but what are you, if you can share, like, what are some things that you're thinking about outside? I know you shared before that you want to manage artists, you want to bring on producers, but what are some other things that, you know, you want to get into?
I definitely want to keep developing as an artist. I definitely want to like start. I want to start directing, like just small time. Like, it don't even have to be on some like official shit. I definitely want to get more into video. I definitely want to learn more about the video aspect, because as I grow as an artist, I'm starting to realize more and more how important your visuals and shit like that is. I definitely want to more producing. Definitely more producing. But yeah, just development, man, you know.
Now, my last question, on the album you said Google got your net worth wrong. Yeah. Did you mean you don't gotta, you know, give your whole network out there if you don't want to? Yeah. But did you mean they got it wrong as in it's lower, or they got it wrong as in it's too high?
You know, it's funny. I made that bar, and then I searched up my net worth, and I was like, damn, these niggas ain't that far off. These niggas ain't that far.
Really?
At least the one I saw. Like, I don't know what the first one is gonna show you, but it's funny because like I wrote that in the song, like Google lying about my net worth. I looked up my net worth. I was like, all right, we're close.
Okay.
You feel me?
The one I see is crazy. The one I see is crazy.
Hey, I'm trying to get more, man. I'm trying to get more, man.
The one I see is fucking crazy. The one I see, it says Google says 500 mil. I'm like,
oh,
God damn.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
That's what it said. I mean, shit, man. One day, one day, man. One day.
Man, Rich Amiri, man. Love your music, bro. Very talented dude. I'm happy I could have this conversation with you.
Thank you.
It's so dope. I one of my favorite part about what I get to do is to meet people that either I enjoy listening to or my friends enjoy listening to.
Yeah.
Then they talk about you a lot, and then it's so great to have a conversation with you and ask you some of the things that they talk about, like my homegirl Jules,
Yeah.
Who's a fan of yours. And so when we had that conversation,
Yeah.
it was only fitting to have it here. So thank you so much for your time. And everybody, Great and Grace is out right now. Make sure y'all go run that up. And any other thing you want to share with everyone before we escape?
Closing remarks, bro. I always forget, like, the day before interview, I forget to prepare my closing remarks with, like, some fucking, like, Socrates quote or some shit. Closing remarks. Keep going. Don't ever give up.
So generic.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. But it's just like, bro, I'm really good with, like, you ask me a question, I could give you a good ass answer.
You
but
did.
when you just
fantastic.
Like, when you tell me to like just freestyle, bro,
You're
that
like,
should be
damn.
that should be I'm like, damn. Like,
But I mean, even the questions aren't really like the generic questions though.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you answer them in like very profound ways.
yeah.
But I made fun of that, but there's some truth to that though. Like
Yeah.
it really is as simple as keep going.
Yeah.
So you're very right.
Yeah. Keep going. Listen to advice from those that have done what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Keep a few hoes, man. Don't settle for one.
We love the hoes.
You know that. You know that.
My God, man, thank you so much for your time. All right, it's the New Era Show. It's the boy Art. It's Power 105.1. We'll see y'all, man. Peace.
Surely.